When they got married, the two didn't have time to enter the winter. Otherwise, make it up in a few years. But as he slowly approached the witch and about to touch him for a moment, a huge warning suddenly fell from the sky. Hit the male protagonist hard. The warning clearly says, prohibit players from touching NPCs below the neck. Good guy for a long time. So the male protagonist is playing a game? After taking off the VR glasses, the male protagonist returns to real life. You can tell from the witch throw pillow by his side. This guy really likes him. However, the wives in the game are all virtual. I can't believe she can still come true. After saying that, our male protagonist went to sleep, but never thought. Wait until the male protagonist opens his eyes again. But suddenly found. I'm in a strange room. And what's in your hand? It feels so soft to the touch. The male protagonist a closer look. The witch throw pillow by her side has come true. The voice has not yet fallen. The witch on the side suddenly woke up. The male protagonist at this time. I thought I was still in the game and didn't come out. But he never thought. The witch, who has already made a marriage contract with herself, suddenly began to attack him. The male protagonist realized that something was wrong, but it's too late. Witch is black magic. In an instant, it came towards him like a flood. At this time, the witch was also a little puzzled. What do the guards in the castle eat? How did humans sneak in? But what he didn't understand even more was that the male protagonist ate him a full size, standing in front of him unscathed. The male protagonist is also puzzled. You obviously brush horses with him. So touched and married. Why did he start attacking me suddenly again? The male protagonist thought about it. Could it be that this witch has reached a rebellious period? Those who are disobedient during the rebellious period, just to torture his ass. So the male protagonist said nothing. Catching a witch's ass is a beating. At this time, the witch was completely dumbfounded. I grew up so big. Even my mom never hit me. Hit. The male protagonist found something wrong. The system is not a rule. Are you not allowed to touch NPCs below the neck? Why can't I fight now if I want? I see, there must be a bug in the game. No way, let's quit the game first. But just as he was about to quit the game, I found myself not wearing VR glasses at all. What the hell is going on here? Could it be that I crossed into the game? Seeing a witch so real. The male protagonist is very sure that he has indeed traveled to the game. That being the case, then I seem to have a bold idea. Just then, suddenly there was a knock on the door. The witch panicked in an instant. If this is discovered, I was in a room with a male stranger. I want the witch's reputation to be over. But it was too late. At this time, the door has been forcibly opened. Danny, the witch's servant, rushed in soon. But Danny took a closer look. It turned out to be a strange man. Giving the owner a pedicure, I have to. The reaction of these two people is really fast. But Danny asked again. If it's just a regular massage, then why was there such a big movement in the house just now? This really stopped the witch. You can't tell him. Did you get spanked just now? But our hero has a way. I saw him press hard towards the arch of the witch's foot. Anyone who has done pedicure must know who is this sour. Come, who knows? Sure enough, the witch, who did foot therapy for the first time, in an instant, it hurt so much that I screamed. You can tell by looking at the witch's expression. Foot therapy is a little painful, but it's really comfortable. But that's not all. The male protagonist then exerted 10 times his strength. That's good. The witch was about to cry. The little servant Danny seemed to have thought of something. Instantly, my face turned red. He has seen this scene. So he quickly left the room. After the maid Danny left. Of course, the witch will not play. Obviously, it was comfortable for a second, don't want it. But in a blink of an eye, he backhanded and slapped the male protagonist, beating and scolding the male protagonist as a pervert. But the male protagonist didn't dare to say anything more, although under the protection of his married wife, the witch can't hurt him, but he tried to kill me. You have to do it yourself. With the current strength of the male protagonist, the other party sends a random slime over. The male protagonist can be killed in minutes. There's no way to save your life first. The male protagonist lied that he was sent by the demon god. The purpose is to get rid of all witches. Choose a successor to the evil god. The marriage contract between the two of us is the best proof. The Witch of Lust was not very believable at first. But think about it. Her own attacks really couldn't hurt her. This really represents the warmth between the two of them. Just like this, under the deception of the male protagonist, the Witch of Desire really believed the nonsense of the male protagonist, but he's not completely brainless. Afterwards, the Witch of Lust has found the elf queen Shelver. This person was originally the empress of the elves, but I don't know why. Now he has degenerated into a dark elf. Subsequently, the Witch of Desire gave him the hair of the male protagonist and asked him to investigate the person's true identity. Never thought. This investigation really led him to find the problem. The crystal ball shows that this person does not have any divine power or magic. Simple. Just a scumbag that even slime can't beat. When the Witch of Desire hears this, instantly angry, and yelled at that stinky guy. How dare you play with me? See how I cripple him. But just then, Silver found anomalies in the crystal ball. Although this guy is useless, but I don't know why. His body is tainted with the breath of many witches. Could it be that this guy is really sent by the Mother God? Lydia thought again and again. He decided to send his own guard system. Go test him. If this guy is really sent by the Mother Goddess, then a small guard naturally can't do anything to him. The other side of this moment, the male protagonist is kneeling on the ground, hugging his head and crying. In front of him lay a large stall of legendary equipment and weapons. These are the equipment from his previous game. But because my level is not enough now, therefore it is impossible to wear these legendary equipment at all. The only thing that can be worn, that is, the ring he used to propose to the witches. But what the hell does it do? At this time, the male protagonist has not noticed. Lydia's guard system has quietly come behind him, was about to give him a fatal blow. At this time, the male protagonist is not aware of it at all. Own life suspense line. He's still thinking about his gear. But then he had another thought. I think other transgressors have their own system to start. Do I have it too? So the male protagonist suddenly shouted, "System! Don't hide, come out to me quickly." How could it be that the male protagonist accidentally said this sentence? Directly scared the guard system behind him. Since the words system and system are homophonic, but let the system mistake itself for being discovered. However, the system is not scared. In this case, the system is not installed. Transform directly into combat form and plan to be good. compete with the male protagonist. At this time, the male protagonist was too scared to speak, and the system didn't disappoint. Come up and serve the male protagonist with a big trick in a hurry. The male protagonist accidentally stepped on the elf ball on the ground again. There was a big split on the spot. The result was a mistake. Escaped the full blow of Sitong. This stunned the system. I thought this guy really has 2 strokes. That's not the end. The big split just now was too hard. As a result, the male protagonist accidentally got involved in that place. The sore male protagonist can't even stand still. He directly slumped on the bed behind him. This scares the system again. I thought to myself, this guy doesn't see himself at all. At the same time, the system also noticed the male lead. Legendary equipment scattered around. So much legendary equipment. He threw it on the ground like trash. I really can't do it now. The strength of this man is simply unfathomable. Scared, Zitong quickly apologized to the male protagonist. I haven't waited for the male protagonist to react. What's going on? The system has disappeared without a trace. Time soon came to night. At this time, the male protagonist is already lying on the witch's bed. Fell asleep. Didn't realize it at all. Lydia is by her side now. At this moment, Lydia also remembered the words of the system. There are indications that this guy seems to have been sent by the mother goddess. In that case, I only need to marry this man. Can be easily inherited. The power of the evil god you have always dreamed of. Just as his hand slowly approached the male protagonist, the male protagonist suddenly turned against the guest. Not only did he grab Lydia's hand and pressed him under, the male protagonist also completely doesn't even want a face. Ask as long as we get married. You can gain the rights of the evil god. Aren't you excited? Lydia also let herself go. The arrogant attitude replied yes. I want the voice to stay. The eyes of the two began to slowly approach. This is a hair-trigger war. To be honest, even the male protagonist could not have imagined. How could this villain, the Witch of Desire, be so gullible? Just kiss yourself. Then you can successfully conclude a contract with him. But when it's almost time to kick, Lydia's maid Danny suddenly broke down the door. And we didn't know what to do. Danny, this guy has obviously seen it all. Pretend like you don't see anything. Lydia is shy and cute now. If this gets out, once others know I had sex with a human being, I want to see how the witch will play in the future. Just then, the male protagonist stood up. He told Danny, I was just helping Lydia warm the bed. Of course, yeah. You have to help her warm up properly when sleeping. You can tell from Danny's expression that she should believe it. But then again, what are you doing in Lydia's room in the middle of the night? Danny hurriedly explained, I did as the master ordered, to prepare her for a milk bath. Upon hearing this, I was shocked in an instant. I rely on, is Ruyu this maid's? Good guy. You thick-eyed Lydia look honest? I didn't expect it to be so perverted. Lydia quickly explained after hearing this. Danny is a cow. Cows can add special magic fruits to milk. The reason for the milk bath. I just want to use this to add a few more ways. Forget it. Don't explain it. Now that Danny is gone. So should we get back to business? The voice has not yet fallen. The male protagonist starts to crawl into the bed, but the emergency just now. It made Lydia not interested at all. He stipulated that the bed should be half for each person tonight. No one can cross the line. Hee hee. You don't think the male protagonist will really be obedient, do you? The male protagonist has made up his mind at this time. We must take Lydia down tonight. But just then, Lydia suddenly uttered a name, Heart of Dawn.